Good Sunday morning to you. It's about 7:25 a.m. and we are ready to rock and roll and hopefully see you today. We're open here at KC Collections today on a pop-up opening Sunday, February 4th, and we're going to open from 9 until 3. It's going to be a great day, a beautiful day outside. Hopefully you'll get to get outside and get some fresh air. And if you'd love to come see us, we'd certainly love to have you. So good Sunday morning and thank you for tuning in. It's always a busy week here at KC Collections. There's so much new product that's rolling in each and every week. And don't forget about miscellaneous. I got to tell you, I've never seen anything like what's rolling in as far as freight in many years to miscellaneous in Fairfield, Virginia. We are open here at KC Collections from 9 until 3 today. It's a pop-up opening, so we can kind of pick the hours. I wanted to open a little bit early today once I was rested and on my feet. That's why we had to wait to make that decision. It's been a busy few weeks here with furniture and freight. And my mom at Miscellaneous, again, never seen anything quite like the freight there, is open from 11 until 3 today. And I've tried really hard to give you a sampling of some of the things that she's gotten in, and that doesn't even touch it, what I've put on. She has a great selection of mailbox covers, mini mats, and flags that do match. Many of you have asked me for that. She's in a better situation to be able to have those and display them. So if you are looking for those goodies, that is something to check out at Miscellaneous, as well as all kinds of new goods, pottery, lamps, and oh so much more. Here at KC Collections, I'm showing you we are restocked, reloaded, and oh my goodness, 275. I did the count again. New frames, palette art, and all kinds of things, and it's still not all out yet. But you kind of have to look high and low for it. Before I get too far along in the store, I do want to take a minute and turn back to our air replacements. While the selection is dwindling with the company, that's for sure, I do have some other ones that are on the way that will be out for spring and summer. No more Easter, I don't believe. I don't believe I have any more Easter on order, but I do have some other ones. I've picked the best of what I can find. So if you are still looking to get in, let's say your Shamrock air replacement, we still have a couple of those. As far as the bunnies, I do believe this is all we have. We may have one back stock on the second bunny, which is our number one seller, by the way, that bunny on a carrot. So air replacements, again, we're working hard to get more in stock, and they will arrive this week and be out in time for certainly next weekend. We're continuing to go ahead and display all seasons. I've alluded many, many times that it appears that the selection that I believe you all will like is really, really not in stock. It doesn't appear to be coming back. So regardless of the season, if you see something you like, grab it, would be my very best advice to you in that regard. So lots of new things going on here at KC Collections. We are adding back a furniture line. They do what's called rustic traditions, and if you're still looking for winter prints, we still have them. Oh my goodness, I'm so ready for them to go. But they do a collection called rustic traditions, and I'll show you all about that in just a little bit. And they also do poplar wood, which gives us the opportunity to do white wood on it's a hardwood, but it's a softer hardwood, so it's not like the pricing on oak or cherry. And I'll show you a little bit more about that a bit later on. Yesterday just wasn't a day where I could pull off a live. I apologize. I'd indicated I was going to do a longer live, and I just wasn't up to it yesterday. So, hey, today's a new day, and I'm rolling, and I want to show you a lot of new things. Our candles, I've gotten all that I could get of these. This is a brand new one. It's more of a it's not a peach color, but you can see it's not tan, it's not gray, it's sort of somewhere in the middle, but it definitely blends well with the pink eucalyptus and as well as the green that's in here. Taking you over to let you look at some other candles. This one is one called Blush. It's one of my favorite. I've shown that to you several times before, but I want to remind you that what I have is now absolutely all that I can get. We were able to get our hands on some tall, we've never had these before, tapers in red. Again, what I have is what I have. We've got a few out. We've backstocked them mainly for, the third part of the year, but we can always grab them. I thought I wasn't going to be able to get more of the blue 7-inch. I ordered 5. I got 7. So, yeah, praise the Lord for that one. Again, what I have is all that I can get. Some other ones that we've brought in, they're more of a molted feel. So if you touch them, they're just a little bit different. in all different sizes. Here's a gray one. Here's one like the one at the front, the very first one I showed you, but you can see it's more, I think it's called Warm Sands. And actually that's the one that's in this box, as crazy as that may seem. And this box, I think, is the one that's up front. So lots of new candles. We're trying very hard to make sure that we get a great selection of candles. We try to keep a great selection of candles. And of course, more timer tapers are on the way this week and will land for next weekend. So be on the lookout there. These candles are all weather, so indoor, outdoor, and they have dusted on sensors on them. Who ever heard, right? Dusted on sensors on a pillar candle. So those are some of the new things that have certainly come in this week. I think I've shown you time and time again, bathroom prints. We do have them displayed a bit better than previously. But lots of different bathroom prints all through the area, all the way down through there. And of course, across here as well. Now, quilts, I haven't mentioned those much this week, but I don't want you to forget, I brought in a great, or what I hope to be, a great selection of kind of neutral quilts at phenomenal price points. So what that means is I don't really understand. So many people do like pink. Why a quilt set with a king quilt and 2 shams and $75 would still be here. So keep in mind, if you're looking to freshen up and get ready for spring, that's right around our, right on our doorstep, or a queen quilt with 2 shams that looks like that. I mean, again, trying to pick out neutrals for $55, so $75 and $55 while they're still here. Here's one that's got some turquoise in it. It is a queen quilt and shams, $55 for the set. Where in the world can you get those? The queen one of this one sold. It's we call it our blue quilt. And again, $75 for the set. Now, a bit up from that, there's just more detail with these, but you can see the scalloped edges, queen quilts and shams on this shelf. It looks like both of these, one with the magnolia and one without. You can see this has got a magnolia print and pattern to it. The queen quilts here are this one is actually $130. This one is actually $115 for the queen. The kings are $150, and if I take a look over here, $135. So anyway, with that being said, lots of new, more what I consider to be neutral quilts and a variety of price points that we haven't had before. So I definitely wanted to bring those up. If winter frame prints are still your thing, and many people don't change out their prints seasonally, there's nothing wrong with that. It's whatever you like. Then kind of looking up and around is going to be the thing to do for those winter prints. Right now, we still have a clearance aisle, much like the rags laying around. I'm kind of getting worn out with this aisle. So in the next week or so, it's going to vanish. It may last through the weekend just based on freight coming in. But grab some goodies. It's likely we'll make another beach section. But get these while you can. Don't forget our VHC quilts over here. And we do have a website, thekcstores.com. And if we don't stock something, we can always order it and drop ship it right to you, because I know many of you don't live close by. So we can operate like a retailer sitting out on the West Coast. This line, VHC, it is all regulated as far as pricing online. So whether you're buying from us or somewhere else, you're going to get the same pricing with their regular product. Rags on closeout, get them while you can. Dishcloths, and that's just, again, reminds me of my mother when I say rags on closeout, but, not degrading the product. These Park dishcloths are phenomenal. So if you're still using dishcloths or from time to time, you're not going to beat these. And at this price, throw a little bleach on them, and who cares if the color goes away, right? Thinking of that bleach. Dropping it over here just for a bit. We are definitely working on our centerpieces. You can see this section here. Beautiful arrangement. Remember, our arrangements aren't, and I loosely call them an arrangement. It's an arrangement because it's beautiful, it's put together. It's not an arrangement in the fact that it's got, foam in there, and we've cut the stems off and we've got it priced all out, because people pull out from these. Therefore, we can always work up a price. In other words, take it apart, put it back together. We have no issue doing that. That's the only way we know how, in order to make sure that things don't get pulled from it. Some new blush platters to match up to the runners, and we'll certainly get those in a better situation and way. Coming over here just for a little bit, we've got some new lamps. We will get these plugged up, but you can see just a little bit of a different look for us. We had these years ago, and I'm thinking of things that we can bring back that were ever so popular. We'll get all the wrapping taken off of this one, but they are smaller accent lamps. And not that everything I'm trying to do is related to wildlife or campers, but smaller lamps and smaller prints, you know, those are some things we've been asked for. And if you didn't catch the bear lamp that my mom has at Miscellaneous, boy, you're really missing out. She's got some really cutie patootie lamps. The one that I put out there last night is a standing grizzly bear lamp. So kind of a great thing, not also for a camper, someone had mentioned, but anywhere in your home that you could use it is certainly something. We do have a passion for bear. It's just one of those things. These are kind of one of a kinds, if you will, and they're priced as such. The prices on these, what I'm going to call let's see, I forget the word that I use for these to describe them. Let's see. Tables with print. There you go. Tables with print. They are priced unbelievably. I certainly can't stay in business price them this way, but they were kind of one-offs. Can't take orders for them. If they're there when I get there, I grab them. First time I've ever seen them. But this particular one, I've got to get measurements on them, but it's 22 inches wide. You can see it's got beautiful scenery, cabin, deer, lake, all of that. $175. You'll never see it again for that price. Again, the markup's not in it, let me tell you. This one is 36 inches wide. You can see it's all about the deer family, but just to throw the pricing out there for you now that I have it and it's in the computer, $199. I think one of each of these sizes have already gone. The barrel stave sofa tables and then the little small end tables to match. I wanted you to be able to see those together. We are back in stock on those, as well as square tables, round tables, and here at the bottom, you'll see the sofa tables. The pricing for all of that is right here, and we'll get to our barrel table set in just a little bit. Entryway tables are something that we're getting a lot of questions on. So if you're looking for a smaller hunt table with 2 drawers or a larger one, which you can see in the back, we have those, and those are some of our most popular, and I'll show you some others in a little bit. As we go along, in addition to all different sizes in our frame prints, new sizes that have been put out like across the top, I think, I forget that particular size, can't keep it all in my head, but these are 12 by 12s. Remember, whatever size we quote is the size of the print, not the size of the frame being included. Some of the new panels also here as well. Other things in this line I wanted to point out are in the furniture line. You can see we've got our country coffee table back in stock and Black Michael's Cherry, which is our most popular. We also have Sealy there in the back. The end tables and the coffee table are priced separately. This is our sofa table, and I will show you another one in Black Michael's Cherry, which is our #1 color, which is back in stock. This is a special walnut clear coat. It matches right up to the maple and walnut collection that you see in an end table below. And then, of course, our hall benches in that same color palette can go. We're certainly not turning the store into all cabin. That's not the goal, but we are listening to our customers. So that's why I'm more of a focus on Casey's play on words, cabin fever and cabin collection, and stay tuned for more of that. But our benches, you can see that we have 2 of those left in the house. I believe the benches came out to be $195. I'm struggling to get or to see where the sticker was put on these, but I believe these were $195. And again, there are 2 of those left. One little 22-inch accent table left. It's probably my favorite one. It's $175. I just love the blue and the bear and all of that goes with it. So again, good morning. Thanks for tuning in. I know you want to come to KC today because there's so much new product. And the benches are $175, by the way. Thanks for my helper being tuned in. So I know you want to come to KC today because there is so much new product in store. It's a great day. It's a great day to come out for a drive. to come out and get some lunch somewhere and just have a wonderful, wonderful day. And, of course, right on up 81 to I-81 exit 200 where you're going to find miscellaneous. And let me tell you, different products. She's finding vendors that I'm not allowed to touch. And with that we joke it with each other. There are things that she's found that I would have never found. And thankfully, she's back on board with the ordering, working with our suppliers to bring in smaller boxes. This display, we've added lots of cutie patooties to it. If you love the red trucks, but you like them in smaller frames, then come on and get them. We've got a red truck right there, and of course, the red truck with the flowers in the back. All kinds of new palette art, and there's a ton more that we will be getting out. We just couldn't get through 275 pieces of frame prints, palette art, signs, etc. this week, and digest 18 feet of furniture, 18 feet stacked high of furniture. All kinds of new prints over here, and if you're not in the market for prints, I'll try to move on quickly. But since this aisle is stacked out or wider, it's the widest part we have, we've stacked out some frame prints here, and know that we can order in a multitude of frames, more than we've ever been able to order in. We can get a lot of things in smaller frames. Some, we can't. I understand on the 5x7 smaller frames, particularly in glass, they get those in packs of 100. So sometimes they have them and sometimes they don't, and it's more of a cash and carry item for retailers like me as we go in. I did want to take a minute to show you this one. It's a Four Seasons print. This one is called Spring Rain, and before you know it, if January's not going to bring us flowers, what's the expression? April showers bring May flowers. Well, I believe January is going to help with that as well. Bill Saunders prints. Definitely look through this stack, because if you like his artwork, there's many new prints that we haven't had before. We haven't had the ability to get these before that are in this stack. So we've tried to stack things out pretty carefully by artist, by size, etc., including the panels over here. If the little white frames work for you, again, smaller spaces, somewhere you want to put something up, I go back to campers and RVs. These little frames, just look behind, because there are duplicates behind on these goodies that do go all the way to the floor. And I've got so much more to show you. I can't wait to show you some centerpieces. But I also want to show you our wildlife prints. We've tried to keep a lot of them sort of down through here. But there's more, and I'll show you those. This particular print always blows out the door. It's called Country Roads Take Me Home. So as we sold a server yesterday, we were able to get that up there. If you like the simple black frame, which is this one, we have this print in a simple black frame as well. It's just over here to the side, and sometimes I feel like I need 4 or 5 or 6 arms when I'm doing these things. Here's a smaller version. We talked about wildlife prints. Okay, there's the spring gobbler. What a cutie, that's for sure. And upside down, what a way to look at a print. I understand that this print is being discontinued. I think it's called The Visitor. And it's been a popular one for us. People have either strongly liked it or not at all. But if that's one you want, grab it while we have it. I understand, again, that it is being discontinued. Over to the side, we've got let's see, I wish I could remember all these names. That one's Sunday Service. Another size for us that we haven't had a lot of in the past, but cabins and mills have been something that people have asked for. You can see the chicken, the old farmhouse. It's all in its spring glory. Maybe that's the size that you'll like. The Star Barn has been popular for us in the 24 by 36 and the 18 by 24. I believe this one is a 20 by 20. So again, a different size than what we've had. 8 by 30 in Amazing Grace, which is always definitely a great seller for us. Taking it around just a little bit. It's all about the wildlife and the rugs and, oh yeah, the accent tables. We're going to be getting this ready for a commercial this week. Some commercial shots, but in the meantime, we're going to kind of take some of the decor out so it's not information or rather visual overload when you look. But for us in the Facebook Lives, I wanted you to be able to see we still have access to the bear rugs, the wildlife rugs. We do have this in stock in 8 by 10. The hooked bear benches are right here. Some new picket fence items. They're like the porch signs, but just a variation where it's indoor, outdoor, and made in the USA. And boy, does that give me chills. Phenomenal. I'm doing more and more with our frame print vendor and everything that they're coming out with. They're probably the most exciting vendor that I'm working with right now because they always have something new. It's always fairly priced, and it's always good quality. You see the porch signs, frame prints, not only in the simple black, but the rustic brown, of course, the palette art, and then some smaller bear prints across the back. This is a new one for us. If you can see it in the difference next to the birch tree, it looks like not a really tiny cub, but certainly more of a baby. Looks like he's preparing for some type of meal there. You also see our new quilt that we dropped onto the bed, but until we can get our white bed in stock and showcase some of the others. And we'll be working to kind of flush out this section to make it even better. But in the meantime, it's there for you to see. Now, as I catch my breath, you say, praise the Lord, girlfriend, take a minute. I had so much to tell you, and I'm feeling so much better, and I missed my Saturday live, so here we are. These are iron pillar holders, so pillar candles, we'll get them decorated. Of course, this is a taper holder. It's a look we haven't had before. Delighted to have that in. We'll get that all decked up as well. Taking you over here to show you some new trays that we've gotten in. Our centerpiece queen will definitely make those up for us, or we will jump in and do it too. She just has a little more time, and that's her dedication for us, is to our displays and helping customers put centerpieces together. In fact, there was so much of that going on yesterday, putting centerpieces together, that there isn't a lot of the really extensive ones here. You can see where we're using that dusk to dawn timer, or timer candle, if you will. Well, I guess it's not a timer, but it's a timer according to the sun. Century dusk, if you will. In the back, you can see more prints with poppies. You certainly can see the trucks, our very popular horse print in all its glory, as well as some deer jumping over. And we go through here in our cabin area, more of that maple walnut collection shining through, and then switching over to Humpback Bridge. So a couple things to tell you back here that I haven't had time to. This particular table is 6 foot long. It's 42 inches wide. It has 2 armchairs and 4 side chairs. I'm doing more and more business with this vendor, and we can custom order the table sizes. I'll give you another example. I had a question yesterday. The people wanted, let's see if I can remember this. They wanted an 8-foot table. They wanted 2 armchairs, and they wanted 2 7-foot benches. We can get it. We can order it. So this line, I'm finding, is much more versatile. It's more time on the road. You know, I tell God what you want, what your plans are. Less travel, and he'll show you what you need to do. So amen, and here we go. Rock and Roll KC on the road again. But the point is, we can get so much more of this than what I've had. So custom ordering, we're going to put some signs on to let you know we can get a lot more. You know, this hutch does come in a 3-door hutch. It's on our website. If you just need the bases, we can get those. If you want to use the bases for TV stands in some way, shape, or form, your TV stand being on the wall, so really just sort of like a server below it, it works for that as well. But this line provides a lot of options, and this is a great vendor. And oh yeah, they load for me, so that certainly helps me out a lot. It's a joy out there in 20 degrees in Pennsylvania. Back over here, I wanted to show you this frame. It's different. We've never had it in the house before. When I say we've never had it in the house before, I wanted to get it into a different price point. We've certainly had the antique brown leather frame, but we've always put a linen liner with it. So this gives you that stately look without the linen liner, keeps the cost down a bit. I believe this one's topping out at $169.99. It's a showboat. It's 24 by 36. And then you have that frame. Can't get my finger up there to measure it. Yeah, probably many of you measure by your index finger as well, but that gives me 3 inches. I'm thinking it's about a 3.5, 4-inch frame all the way around. So it definitely makes a statement. So we'll see how this one goes over as an alternative. And that's what we're trying to provide, lots of different alternatives. Lots of black and white over here. Watch for it soon. It'll appear on the big screen as well. Centerpieces and candles. And I've got, again, more things to certainly show you. But our sunflower wagon, look at this one. Our centerpiece queen in all her glory put this baby together. It's a little wagon, and it's decked out in sunflowers because, of course, we're going to the market, sunflower market. We hope you'll like that one. A new lantern for us in the small size. We did get it in a larger size, and we are definitely displaying our molted candle for a nice new fresh look without an over-the-top color going in it. Taking it down here just for a little bit so you can see that larger lantern. Again, centerpieces galore. It's always a good time to visit after she's been here. But this one is my favorite candle. It's that blush candle. Beautiful, beautiful when the lights are turned out. And we've got little Abigail shown there as well in that larger centerpiece beaded lantern with the finial all on top in its glory. Talk in a minute about tables. While this little baby, his legs got left in Pennsylvania. They're coming back very soon in the next week or two. 3 chairs went on, 1 chair didn't, so we got a chair missing and legs missing, but that doesn't mean you can't buy it. It's our brand new chair that's gone over so well with the indented seat and the lumbar support. This is a table we have not had before in White Cloud and Sealy. It's a 3 by 4 foot table, and many people like that size because it is an extension table. And what that means is you can go from 4 feet, thus starting with 4 chairs, all the way up to 6 feet when you add, paper towel holder by the way, when you add the 2 extensions to it. So it's a great size when you want 4 feet just as an everyday table. You want to take it up to 6 feet, 4 to 5 to 6 when you have company. And of course we can order chairs for it, the extra 2 chairs or whatever you would like. Wildlife prints, I promised you this is what's left. We did get some in with the foxes on them. So we're working hard to get what we can when we can and listen to customers about what they're looking for. So if you have some special requests, we knew there was one particular customer that really wanted wildlife prints. So I went out of my way this time to make sure that we brought those in. Taking a look at this one, you can see deer in the snow. But again, these can be up all year. It's just for me, I'm out with the snow, that's for sure. Coming over here a little bit before I get to the back rooms, you can see some other centerpieces. The candles, just so realistic, in a little Trendware bowl, little salt and pepper shakers. Over here, it's a 3-piece set. You can see the sets right here, just sparsely decorated so that you can see the wood, but also see how it matches up with the throw me down and the bird in it. New salt and pepper shaker set for us we haven't had before. Over here, look at these bunnies. Oh my goodness, aren't they adorable? So those have been dropped in. Straighten up this little guy with our blush candles and this big old bowl. But the colors blend so well, and I think she did a really nice job on those. Our blue candles, this time for real. You know, God helped us out, and I got 7-inch when they were out of stock. But these are all that we are going to ever be able to get from this brand that I am aware of right now. They are not on the website anymore, so grab them while we have them. I've got to check quantities, or even if we can get the blue wreath again, but that's probably been one of our all-time most popular wreaths. As far as frames are concerned, dreaming of the ocean, oh man, am I dreaming of the ocean? Toes in the sand, butt in the sand, and the whole 9 yards. But you could see some here in rustic white. Also wanted to show you the panel prints, the larger ones. I believe these are 12 by 36s in 2 different frames. And then, of course, here at the top is the spring version. And here right beside it at the bottom, I wanted to show you there is a winter version. So my guess is there's all 4 seasons. I haven't had time to check. But if you have a spot where you like to change things out seasonally, and you've never had the opportunity to get what I call the up and down frames, well, now the Billy Jacobs group, if you will, are allowing those to be printed. So that's certainly a great addition to the line. So again, good morning and thanks for tuning in. I've got lots of sofa tables and other things to show you in the back of the store, but I also want to tell you a little bit more about a new line, or it's not a new line, but it's a line that we're bringing back. You could see here on the front of the catalog, it's a smaller table. It's got more of a rustic look. Look at those thick legs. I'm not saying I'm a huge fan of the chairs, but you may be. But as far as what's available, with the new ownership, or at least one new owner, many of the things that I have online, I'm going to have to go through and make sure that they are still available, because they did seemingly cut their catalog in about half. But it's a phenomenal line. You know, we really moved away from them when we came back under one roof, and it's an extra couple hours on the road for me. And, you know, there we go. Say you're not going to travel more this year. Say you get a bigger truck so you don't travel as much. And there we go. So it's all in God's will and whatever it takes to keep the customers happy. The nice thing is, so find joy in the journey. And when I say that to you, I'm saying it to you and I'm saying it to me. And it means sometimes 632 miles can be a journey, but somewhere in there I got to find more joy. Over here, you can see the glazed finishes. You could also see it more in a rustic traditions look, and that's what I wanted to show you here. One side of these samples shows you rustic traditions. This is a color, their version of smoke. We got quite a big stock order coming in. This is toasted coconut. Now, if you flip it over, it shows you, instead of rustic traditions, what they call country accents. And we don't have to do worn edges, so it doesn't have to be, you know, more country, if you know what I mean. We don't have to have worn edges, but each stain sample shows you two different ways that the product can be done. There is a tremendous number of samples. You can see the variety of colors, and you can also, and we'll be getting more of these, but we can have the book for you to flip through. I will say I'm going to pick up a really large stock order in early February, and if it's something that you want to get, I can likely get this line done right now, because I'll be picking up in early February, and that's another story, how they're flipping that very quickly for me. But if you want something that soon, I would say come on in now, because it's likely I can turn it around that quickly, barring the weather. But they have different types of product. You can see here an entryway table. If I back it up, you can see the difference between one and, again, what they're called country accents. We don't have to get worn edges, multiple knobs available, then versus rustic traditions. Here's that ever so popular barn door line. We can get beds with drawers. We can get it in the barn door. We can get multiple armoires as well as dressers. Certainly we can get rail beds. A chest of drawers and a 7-drawer chest of drawer, blanket chests. Look how pretty that is in the rustic traditions. And again, you can look at our website. We're going to have to back some things off the website that are not available anymore. Haven't had a chance to do that. Just simply wanted, you can see some different chairs as well, to get the line back out there as quickly as I could once the decision was made to add on. Smaller kitchen carts available as well. Notice the wheels on them. All kinds of different hutches. The beauty of this line is we can get the poplar wood, again, which is a hardwood. It is one of the softer hardwoods, but with that in mind, it doesn't have the bleed through that pine can have when it comes to white. So white definitely can be a great choice, or any of the lighter colors that bleed through would happen. But you kind of get the point. You see there's all kinds of pantries, cupboards, bedroom options that we haven't been able to provide, and a great assortment of TV consoles, as they call them, as well. Pie safes with the drawers at the top. It's the only line that does it that way. And look at all the different options, including a barn door TV console that's available. So whether you're looking for cabin or contemporary, this line can do it for us. And they can do it oh so well in so many different pieces. And we'll have a large stock order coming in to try to show you different stains and finishes and hardware. Again, early February, mid-February. You know, February is known for its wonderful weather. So it'll be here, hopefully settled by the middle of February. At least that's the goal, good Lord willing. Creeks don't rise, as my grandparents used to say. Back here's that sofa table that I mentioned I would show you. It's in the black Michael's cherry. It never sticks around very long. Stereo cabinet. Somebody's got to use for these, I know. It's a deep cabinet. This one has doors, adjustable shelves. You can see our entryway tables. So many people were wanting those. We sold out pretty quickly. So whether you're looking for cherry or early harvest on the top of a black, or somebody's going to eventually love this green one with the special walnut at the top, the sage, or another stereo cabinet, or some more country sofa tables, there you go. We're working on getting more prints back here. You can see that we brought in a 24 by 36 in the upright version and the rustic white frame to give you an idea of that, versus the 24 by 36 that you see there to the left. That's in the traditional sideways version. Two-door cabinets, Dutch buffets, large buffets, and farm buffets all along the wall, as well as many more prints. This is our micro bar. Wanted to drop it back here. We've kind of hidden our coffee decor. We will get some of that straightened out. Again, it's just been a busy week trying to put the house back together and get things as good as we possibly could and push out as much home decor, frame prints, which of course that's home decor, and furniture as humanly possible. Some smaller frame prints if you need those. Notice the bicycles and the roses. And we're still working hard on our floral, and we will continue to do so because we have quality, affordable floral. It's the floral that keeps on giving. So when you're looking for an arrangement or some flowers that are going to last for that V-Day coming up, you know where to send them. Send that partner of yours down here. Let us make an arrangement. And really, it all starts with the cost of the container. What's your budget? What are you looking for? What colors do you like? What kind of container? So once we have an idea of that, where's it going? If you're buying it for you, those are all good things to let us know. This is our barrel table set. It's hard to get back in the flow sometimes with vendors. So I took this barrel table set. It's a real rustic one. It's one that will go back to get traded out. But on the signs and certainly on our website, you can see that the ones we actually let out of here match the top of the table. So again, this was just to get me back in so that I could show you it's a very rustic barrel that will go back and get traded out. So I'm treating this one as a display, and it normally has the glass in the center. And I'm not going to tell you what happened to the glass, okay? You can read between the lines. It was a busy week. So with that being said, the table does come with glass in the center. We've tried to hide the fact it doesn't have it there. The barrels do look, 10 times better. It comes with 4 chairs. These are incredibly comfortable. And when you pre-order, in other words, this is a type of thing that is very awkward for us to be able to go in and out, in and out, and in and out with. I did it with this one so that I could get, kind of back in and showing you what a really nice barrel table set does look like, where the seating is exceptionally comfortable in swivel chairs, and it's real wood, and it's phenomenal quality. And we were kind of known for this first at KC2, so I wanted you to see. Now, when you pre-order this goodie, instead of the $38.99, the pre-order price is $34.99. So that's also a little incentive to be able to order a barrel table set in the original quality that we offer. You can see it matches. It's phenomenal. Not in this version that I was touching up with Old English the other day, but it allowed me to get it here. The 2 chairs can be purchased as a set separately. So even if you're not looking for barrel tables and you want 2 chairs, you can purchase those separately. This set does come with 4. The wait time is about 8 weeks, roughly, on the barrel table set. So just be aware of that. That $34.99 price is pretty much you load. And we have secrets to that. But it is awkward. We can kind of show you and tell you, but that's about bringing help to get it in. For sure, to be able to drop $400 off the price for a pre-order. So that's what's going on in this room. Again, it's Sunday the 4th. I still remember that all the way through the live, right? Sunday the 4th. The girl must be rested and ready to go today. And we are here today from 9 until 3, which means I got to go get some more C. That means coffee. And we are popping open because we have a ton of stuff, and it is moving quickly. Our 56-inch pie safes never last, and true to form, they are definitely blowing out the door. You see one down there. We have some over here, but they are going quickly. We'll be getting in 48-inch pie safes. They wouldn't fit on the truck in order to get so many of the other things back here for you to see. Can also see over in the corner, we do have a coffee bar in gray. Our bookcases are blowing out the door pretty quickly at this point. We'll get our walls covered, but lots of smaller accent pieces back here that can be used for end tables, and oh so much more. In other words, these little guys are great to be used for end tables in smaller spots or even for nightside tables. A great way to kind of match up to other pieces of furniture and put money in the rooms that are most important to you. Saying it differently, many people that have a guest room are not going to buy a bed and 2 nightstands because we don't want them to get too comfortable, right? We want them to come and leave. There you go. Let's just say it. So what does that mean? Smaller accent tables or single doors are great in those rooms as well. Our valances are still hanging around. We've got also ones that have color ticketed prices on them, so grab them. They are moving. We will continue to stock window treatments in colors that match up to our bedding, and we're working to get more neutral colors in, presuming that you all take advantage of the phenomenal bedroom quilt set prices that I have. Remember, they start at $55. That's crazy unheard of. I'm like scratching my head. $55 is the starting price of so many of the quilts that we have on the shelf. As far as accent tables, I wanted to show you 2 others. Here's little round ones that, of course, are great. You know, when you're getting real wood for $85, those are great beside of not only, end tables, but also nightstands. Curved leg tables can work the same purpose, $85. Save money where you can. And that allows you to buy other things that maybe are more near and dear to your heart. So a ton of new things here at KC Collections. We are rocking and we are rolling and we are loving this warmer weather. And so what that means is there's no rain today. There's no snow today. The roads aren't bad. We're here. You're there. Let's meet. We would love to see you here at KC Collections from 9 until 3. Don't forget, I did show you those air replacements at the beginning of the live, and we're getting really low on ones for Easter. We do have the Shamrock still in place. And if you haven't gone to Miscellaneous in Fairfield, I can't tell you enough that you are truly, truly missing out. The amount of new product that I've never seen before rolling into that place is absolutely insane. I'm trying my very best to show you some of the categories that she's getting in. Beautiful bare lamps. She's got an all new pottery. She's got mini mats, mailbox covers, flags that match. I mean, and the list just goes on and on. So check out Miscellaneous today from 11 until 3 in Fairfield, Virginia, off of I-81, exit 200. And notice another new, really cool warmer for us. Right here, you can see it. Where are you going to find that for $20? With that in mind, be safe, enjoy the journey, have fun, and be safe, if you will, on this particular Sunday. And we would love for you to find the good in each and every day. Before you know it, this is going to look like spring. So we're looking for you. We're here. We're going 6 hours today, 6 hours strong. Let us be so busy that we forget to eat. With that in mind, I'm KC signing off for the wonderful KC team in our little town of Buchanan, Virginia.